Hey Team YouTube, I would just want to pass along a quick tip. I guess this is what happens when automotive mechanic meets bicycle mechanic. I am changing around a bicycle I bought off of Craigslist a while back, and one of the things I wanted to do was change out the cassette. This is a Shimano Hyperglide 8 speed cassette, and this is the one that was changed out. As you can see, this is one of those so-called corn cobs. It's an 11 to 21, and it just didn't have enough low gearing for me. But here is my quick tip. First, to get one of these off, boy oh boy, you really got to go and get the park tool. This is the 5.2 for Hyperglides. I just don't see a way to do it without that. However, the other recommended tool to buy is a chain whip, or whatever you call one of those. And I thought, well, I loosen fasteners all the time with not having to essentially work, having like opposing wrenches. I use impact. And fortunately, because I have a pre-existing tool, a battery impact, nothing special, bought at a big box store, and a 1-inch socket, yes, not an impact socket, I was able to literally come up to the rear wheel, have removed, and also of course remove the skewer on it, and just put the tool right on to the park tool, and I was able then to keep the sprocket from turning. That I just held it, wrapped a cloth around it, and then held it tight with my hand, and literally just a few light hits with the impact on the lowest setting, because again, I would be concerned about hurting or damaging any of this machinery. It came right off. And by the way, this when I purchased the bicycle, this had been on it as not original equipment, but it had been ridden for years that way. And now I know this technique works because the next cassette that I purchased was an 11 to 32. And well, that was a little too much, and I did not want to lengthen the chain on the bike. Now, obviously this Park 5.2 tool fits just fine here, and then I will show you the final sprocket. It just happens to be on the, I'm running out of roof space in my garage to hang stuff up. It is an 11 to 28, 8-speed Shimano Hyperglide cassette, and I didn't have to do anything to the chain, and it gives me plenty of low speeds. But again, if you're like many people, you may not have a chain whip because you've been working on cars and other things for a lot longer. You've been working on bicycles, and so good thing to have here. So by the way, that is a PT up there. That is a 1/2 to 3/8 adapter. That's performance tool, not park tool. Again, a 1-inch socket. This just happens to be 3/8 drive. It's just the only inch socket I own. Mostly I work in metric. And again, that wonderful park tool 5.2, and your cassette pulling woes will be all over. Have a great night, YouTube.